Hello and welcome to How To For You. Today I'm going to show you all about this eufy security SoloCam and everything about it, how to set it up, how to use it, and what my thoughts are. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. So before I get started, I did just want to say I picked up this from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description where you can get it, but I really thought that this was a good home security camera for a few reasons. I saw this reviewed online, and of all this home security cameras, this one was really good, especially because it had a really good high quality video. Another thing that I liked about it too is it has a solar panel for charging. There's no fees, so you don't have to sign up for a subscription or anything, and it's just really easy to use. So I thought, I only need one. Why not try this? This is a really good option if that's something that you're looking for. I'm going to open it up and show you how to go through all of the parts. So the box comes like this, and you're just going to want to open it up. And as you can see, we're going to have the camera itself. We're going to have the solar panel with the cord attached to it. You're going to have your hinge that you'll install to either the wall or some part of your building that would work for you. All of your cables and an adapter here, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that later. We then have some screws and you have your instructions. So let's go through this. So before getting started on anything, we do want to make sure that we fully charge the camera. So it does come with this USB to USB-C cable. It doesn't have the actual charging brick for the outlet, but you're going to want to charge the camera. It takes about 8 hours. So do that first. You'll next go into the App Store, whether it's Android or Apple, type in eufy and you'll get it. So when you plug it in, it'll have a solid blue light, and that means that it's going to be charging. It takes about 8 hours, and once that light has gone off, you should be fully charged. So once you've got your device and you've downloaded the app, you will want to add that device to your phone. So you'll click this plus button here, you'll click add device, and then you're gonna scroll to battery camera, and then you're gonna find that SoloCam 340. Gonna click on that, and then you're just gonna go through these options. And I did connect mine earlier, but you just wanna follow those steps and do that. You will also want to test the solar power, so make sure that you go to the back of the device, open that port up, and plug that in there. And again, I did this earlier, so it's not turning on now, but go through the steps in the app and make sure you do that, and make sure all the pieces are working, both the camera and the solar panel. Another thing I did want to add that's really important is how you mount the bracket to the camera. So there's a couple ways that you can do it. Now the instructions will say you should only do it this way, but you can actually add it this way. So you can attach it up, or you can have it going the other way. Now I'm gonna have it go this direction here, and I did want to mention something really important that it doesn't say at all in the instructions. So if you do it this way, you can actually add your bracket and then attach the solar panel so that it's all one piece. However, if you take the bracket, right, and you do it this way, it will not be able to sit on there, and you're gonna actually have to take that extension cord that they give you for the solar panel, and you'll have to rewire it. So this is something to keep in mind. I would recommend, probably, if you're just want to keep it simple, and that's probably why the instructions say it, to do it something like this and then just attach it. So it's all one piece and you don't have to worry about wires running everywhere. But you can do a couple of things. This is the way I'm gonna do it. Also, I did just want to show you how to attach the solar panel bracket. So if you're gonna do that, you're gonna want to take this device here that it comes with, and it's normally screwed in like this. This is how it adjusts, but you'll unscrew that. You'll find these two holes on the top here. You're gonna line that piece up, then you're gonna take those small little screws, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but you're gonna get that there. You're gonna screw that in. That's one. And I'm just gonna make sure it's nice and tight, but don't wanna over torque it because it is plastic. So that's on there pretty snug. And so you'll just take this piece, make sure it's like this, put it there, and then you'll place this back in here. And then now this adjusts. You'll take the back of the solar panel, you'll twist it on, and then don't forget that you're gonna want to undo this back here and then make sure that that's snug and secure. Now, we're gonna take the bracket first with our placement card, and we're gonna go put this on the house and then finally the camera. Now for setting up exactly where your camera is gonna go, I've decided on our house to put it right here, and it's for a few reasons. You do wanna make sure that it's covered, so it doesn't get a lot of moisture and rain, so this is on an overhang, and also it has some good sunlight coming in. So you wanna make sure you get at least 2 hours of sun every day in order to charge that camera. Now, I also picked this location because it would give good visibility of the front of the house and the porch, but also specifically our driveway too. So you want to make sure wherever you're placing it, you get good coverage. Now with that in mind, I did want to say a couple other things. So this is going to be very personal wherever you place the camera on your house, because all the houses or places where you live are different. But again, you just want to make sure that you have good exposure to the sun, good coverage, and you get good security to see all the entrances. So make sure that you really focus on that, on where you place that camera. There's no like spots that you're missing or anything, and it's in a good, secure, safe location. Also, do make sure, because this is so personal, that you go through all your settings. You know, you go through your video settings, you go through your audio settings, you label things correctly, and you make sure to do this so that you know what exactly is going on, and it's so personal to you. So just kind of like when you get a computer or anything, go through your system preferences, go through all those functions, and make sure everything's set up correctly and that it's working. And before you put the bracket on, you do get this sticker here. So I'm going to place this on the piece of the panel of the house, and then we're going to make our markings and put this on. I did just want to mention, this is the original screw that it comes with. It's not very long, but I decided to get some other ones that are a little bit longer. So as you can see here, this just gives me more stability into the side of the house with a longer screw. So something to keep in mind if you want to do that. And make sure to take both of these stickers off. Take that one off, and you'll take this one off. Now we'll just add the device. And we'll remove the solar panel. Usually we get sun from this direction, so make sure it's nice and secure. And the installation is complete. Now when I first set up the camera, as you can see, I'm right here. But you can't quite see just where the door is. So what you can actually do is you can go down to pan and tilt, and you can make sure that the camera gets all the angles you want. So there I am, and again, there's that good coverage of being right there, and I can go left and right, but I think I'll just keep it somewhere like right around there. And yeah, that setup is looking really good. So I'm gonna try that, just see how that goes, and give you some feedback on how everything's been going. Also, a couple of really other important things that I would say you should go through once you get the camera set up in place is I kept having to adjust it down, and I noticed it would tilt back up. So you wanna go into your settings, preset settings, and then now you just wanna go ahead and move that kind of to where exactly you want that. So I want it like right there. And this is a little sensitive on the buttons here, but maybe I'll do like this. And then I'm just gonna set that as my default. You do look like you get 4 of them. So let me do that, and then that saves it. And maybe for my second one, I will zoom back out, kind of do like a street view, or maybe just so I can get my car in there, something like this. And then you can do this one. So this one I'm gonna set as default, but just showing you that you can do those. And other really cool thing that you can do is as you are here, and let's say someone delivers a package or you don't know what's going on, you can actually talk to the person outside. So you can hold this button, hello, 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 hello. And yeah, it was just speaking outside on the porch. Finally, it looks like there is a light here and there is an alarm. Now, you can do both. It's gonna be pretty loud. I just tested it out, but you can have a light on there or you can have a sound and then press confirm, but then you can turn it off. So these are some really cool things just to keep in mind as you're setting up your house. Finally, I did wanna mention just a couple other quick things about the device. So first of all, when it comes to power, it's really important to know that the solar panel is working. Now, I've only had this linked up for about a few days, but what I would say is definitely go into your settings and then power manager. Now, here's a good thing to keep in mind. When you fully charge it, once you start it, it'll be 100%. Now, it was 100 and then it went down to 98, but then the solar panel kicked in and it went back up. Now, it dropped again today, but I can see that at the top of the page, but also if you go to the bottom where it says solar dashboard, you can see how it's been fluctuating. So the different days and how it goes up and down, it shows that it's actually getting sun. Now, let's say that you put your solar panel on like I did and it just slowly declined day after day. You know that you need to relocate that solar panel so it can actually get the sunlight, and you might need to use that extension cable that it came with in order to reposition it somewhere else. But that is something that's really important. The other thing is when you first set this up, you're going to get all sorts of dings and all sorts of notifications all the time. So you can go into your notifications and mess around with that. And also in your, if you're, let's let's say you have the Apple iOS, going into your notifications and setting that up too. Personally, I actually just turned it off because I live in a very urban area and people and cars walk by the house that we live in all the time. So the camera, when I first set it up, was just constantly saying person, vehicle detected, like nonstop. And if you are in an urban area, it's just gonna be so annoying. So if you're in a rural area, it's probably a good idea. But if you are in a very urban area or maybe even suburban area, I would say just go ahead and turn it off. That's kind of what I've been doing, and that just works for me. So yeah, here it is. This is the full review of the eufy or eufy, I'm not really sure which one it is, Security SoloCam S340. Thanks again so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.